Okay, in this last section, I'm going to talk about how to build a solo. Just about every week, I get an email from someone asking me how they can get their solos not to sound like scales. So I've put together a lesson to help you build better solos. Building a solo is a lot like having a conversation with a friend. First, you make a statement, then your friend responds to that statement. A solo is built the exact same way, except you're playing both the statement and the response. You can also think of a solo as a mini song with a beginning, a middle, and an end. But to me, the easiest way to show you how to build a solo is to teach you this really simple 4-step formula. First step is make a statement. Second, repeat the statement with a slight change. Third, depart from the statement. Fourth, come back around to the original statement. And you don't have to always go through all 4 of these steps, but it's just a good general guide to help you to get going and learn how to, build an interesting sounding solo. If we just start playing notes randomly, it doesn't really go anywhere. You're going to run out of ideas pretty quickly. But if you take a simple statement like, see, I'm getting a lot more music out of that because I'm just taking a real simple lick or a melody. Okay, and I'm just playing little variations of it. Then I'll depart from it and come back around. Okay, so the first step is to make a statement. So I was going. All right. Okay, so that's the statement, right? That's the statement, or the lick, or the melody. Now we're going to make the statement again, but with a little change. Okay, so we had. Then a slight variation. And then I might make the statement again. Okay, so I made the statement, and then I made a variation, made a statement, made a variation, and just kept going back and forth like that. Now what I'm going to do is make the statement again, and then I'm going to go away from the statement and come back around to it. Let's try it, see if I can pull that off. Okay, so I didn't play the exact lick again, but I went away from it a little bit, came back around to the same sort of melody, and brought it back down into the lower strings. There's no, there's no hard and fast rules for this. You don't have to, do lick 1, lick 2, lick 3. It's not cut and paste kind of thing. You just want to let your ear develop the solo as you go with the statement response, statement respond with a little bit different idea. Keep going that way, repeat your statement, do it again, go away from it, and come back around to it. Let me just now improvise through the entire little sequence and just see if you can tell which part I'm on. And I'm just going to go through the whole thing randomly and see how it comes out. Here we go. Okay, that was a pretty good example of taking the basic melody, playing around with it, moving it around, taking a variation, going back to the statement, moving away from the statement and coming back in again. So that's the idea that I'm talking about here. But I want to take it a little bit further, and I want to show you how to take the scale itself and find these little melody ideas. There's a real simple way I visualize this stuff to help me pull that off. When I was playing this melody, I'm still in the key of G, by the way, but I was playing this like an E minor idea, okay? So I'm playing pattern 3. Pentatonic pattern 3. And then I was playing into the 5th shape and 6th shape, right? All those little shapes in between. And what I'm doing is taking this basic shape, though, I'm visualizing the notes, and you'll notice I used a totally different fingering. Okay? And I'm just playing the imaginary chord progression in my head when I'm making a melody like this, and that's fine. So that's a great way to do it. Anyway, I'm playing the melody, and what I'm doing, I see all these notes, right, of the pentatonic, but now I'm starting to visualize some notes, some smaller patterns, like just that. I also see this shape. It's like a little triangle. And another one over here. Okay, so this little triangle shape, this one, and the last one. Okay? And then, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Those are 3 little patterns within that big pattern. I hope you can see what I'm talking about there. That's one pattern. Here's another. And another. So I'm just taking this patterns and I'm making some melodies out of it. And that's what you want to do, is think smaller. Think smaller, 3 or 4 notes at a time. And just notes that are very close to each other. You don't want to skip too far ahead. Too far of a skip will sound a little strange. So you want to try to keep your solos very close to each other. Keep each note. And I'm skipping strings sometimes. Sometimes I'm doing an arpeggio. If you'll notice, there's also an E minor chord shape right here. Sometimes as I play my solo, I think about the notes in that chord. They're also in the scale, the diatonic scale. But I look at it like a chord sometimes as I'm playing. So that'll also help you not sound like scale so much. And this is a real melodic kind of soloing, which a lot of songs will have, but it's, if you compare it to like virtuoso type soloing, like, you know, more like Joe Satriani and those kind of guys, they're playing more scalular, but Joe is really good at doing both. He plays a lot of melody, and he will then play some scale runs and try to put those things together to where they still sound melodic. And that's my favorite way to play. I like to hear melody and a little bit of technique at the same time. So try practicing this idea, you know, taking your scales and taking them in different positions and try seeing little patterns inside the big pattern. That's the real trick to it. Okay, so now I'm going to play over a song for you. I just want to play over a minor type sound so you can see some of this idea in action again, okay? All right. Okay. I just went a little crazy with that one, but that was a lot of fun to play. You know, you just keep doing that over and over again. Just keep experimenting with ideas as you go. You know, some of those were flub notes, but I was just one take to doing it off the top of my head. So just do that over and over and over and over again until you get all the interesting ideas that you like. You know, and then go back and try to recreate those. And the more you do this, the better you get at it. And the more your solos will start sounding like solos and not sounding like scales. But remember, solos are made from scales. They're made from the chords that are, right there with the scales. So, all of the tools that you can learn will help you to build a better solo. But remember, a solo is not a scale, right? But the scale is the highway that the solo travels on. All right, well, that's it. We've reached the end of the DVD and the conclusion of this course. But it's only the beginning of your own personal journey to understanding how music really works on the guitar and how to apply that information to create your own unique signature sound. Thanks for buying Guitar in 60 Seconds and for letting me help you reach your guitar playing goals. I'm Kenny Salter. Until next time, God bless and keep playing.